James Max is the man you really want to talk to about this, who's joined us in the studio, talk presenter, part-time usherette, and also, you know,
wow,
a man and Jaguar enthusiast.
I do like a Jag, and I have to say I think Richard Hammond has stolen the thunder slightly, because there are so many haters out there after this advert. Oh, go woke, go broke, all that sort of stuff. And this is turning into textbook marketing. Why? Because we started talking about it. There was visceral love, hate, whatever it may be. But also, what Jaguar were doing is sending a very clear message. What you knew before about Jaguar, we're going to take the very best bits of the essence of the stuff that you really liked in the past. The E-Type, the visceral excitement of motoring, of a bygone age where a Jag was a head-turner. And for the last 20-odd years, they've done one great thing and a lot of mediocre things. And they haven't made a lot of money. The one great thing they did was their EV, their electric vehicle, the I-Pace, which won every single award because it was brilliantly made, very well engineered, very well priced for what it was, and it wasn't a boring Tesla. Yep. It wasn't a boring old jelly mould of a car. And the thing is that Jag are now saying, we've got too many grey and black and white cars on the streets. We want some colour. So there was Andrew Neil, our sort of fellow from downstairs on the 14th floor in Times Radio, going, oh, they're trying to replicate, Penelope's, Thunderbird's mobile and all that sort of thing. Lady Penelope and blah, 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 and it's pink and blah, blah. He misses the point. The point is that they are creating a talking point. They are creating an amazing icon. And you look at the pictures of the concept, I think people will look back and go, now we understand what they were doing.
You're right. And as Richard Hammond just told us, that the eventual car won't look anything like that.
No.
But it's obviously the idea is to get everybody talking about it. What he did say is true. You, me and him are all pretty much in the similar age.
We are, and they're not
bracket.
really aiming at us.
They're not aiming at us, are they?
No.
I mean, it looks like... I mean, it doesn't look... It looks like a... I don't know, I'm looking at it now, a futuristic kind of pink
But if you
car.
have a look at the top-end cars that there are, and perhaps one of the best examples, which I think you could afford it, but I probably couldn't at this stage of my career, is the new Rolls-Royce Spectre, which is...
I've ordered it.
Yeah. £300,000 of amazing sort of energy and drive. What they're trying to do, what Jag are trying to do is say, we can't make money out of mass market.
Yeah.
We can't make money out of being a manufacturer that makes a car that looks like everybody else and is everybody else, because that's what they've been doing for the last 20 years. We want to do something different. And the people who are doing things differently are either somebody like Lamborghini, oh, wow, look at those, except you could never have one, it's so impractical. Yeah. Or a Rolls-Royce, wow, look at those, look at the football, oh, you can't afford it. This is going to be more affordable, but less affordable than they were before, because they're going smaller market, smaller volume, bigger profit. And also, if you buy a Jag, you'll stand out. No longer will you just buy a car and say, is it a Jag, is it a Kia, is it a something else, is it a Hyundai, etc., etc. No. If you have a Jag, you'll stand out, and people will either go, love it, hate it.
I was just looking at their website as we were speaking, and there are some already very tasty Jags out there. I'm looking at the F-Type, the Coupe, the F-Type convertible. These are stunning cars. The thing you just said, I think, is relevant to this. They don't necessarily stand out. They are beautiful. Their design is incredible. These are still very expensive vehicles. I'd imagine you'd have to go on a waiting list for about a year before you got one delivered to your driveway. But could that be... could it be a Bentley? Could it be an Aston? It could be any of those. They are clearly looking to redefine themselves to a younger audience and to create like a Tesla moment almost. Like,
nobody has taken the electric vehicle and said, here is the future. Yeah. What everybody with an electric vehicle has done is to say, here is the future, but in a form that you recognise. It looks like a car. Yeah. And Jaguar are saying, hang on a second, no, this is a luxury vehicle. So if you have a look at the materials that they're thinking about using, I mean, you know how people got excited about burr walnut. I mean, they're getting excited about using, very thin slithers of granite and base metals and various other things. And the sound systems that they're planning on putting in there will be absolutely awesome, combined with screens that flip up, all the things that technology can already do, and all the things that you probably wrote in the 70s and 80s when you were a small child going, this is what a future car should look like. But if you go back in history, What did Jaguar do really well when they brought out the E-Type? They made people go, wow, that's different. There was no car that looked like the E-Type on the roads.
Yeah.
I am hoping with hope, and the proof will be in the cars that they produce, as Richard says. If the car they produce is epic, the job will have been done. So I hope it is technologically epic and that they get over past mistakes that they've made, but also engineering-wise, find a way to make electric car driving exciting, and they will have cracked that nut.
And put the silver Jaguar back on the bonnet.
I do like it. I do like a Jag. I mean,
It's not been on for a while, has it? It's the symbol. I don't think they're allowed to. A bit like the Silver Lady.
I think there are problems with
health and safety.
Health and safety or something. And if anybody thinks that this is some kind of weird woke thing, it's not. Because if it was, I wouldn't go with it.
But if I was going to be hit by a Jag at 70 miles an hour and it was the bit that finally did me in was the silver Jaguar, then I'd take that every day of the week. You would, wouldn't you?
I'll take that. I'll take that with the legal.
He died as he wanted to go. Yes, with a silver Jaguar in his ear. Nothing wrong with that. James, thank you.
Thank
James
you.
Max with us here on Talk.